Hey everyone, and welcome to Crusader Kings 2 with the A Game of Thrones mod. Now, ever since my Assassin's Creed campaign ended, I did not feature any CK2 on the channel really, so I'm glad it's back on the menu, so to speak. I actually had something else planned initially, but the developers, when they released the newest version of this mod, they also released a submod alongside this, which introduces a new starting scenario, the Century of Blood. So I definitely wanted to go ahead and check that out. This is sort of a bonus series that I'm going to do here, and we'll have a different one that will start in a few days as well, so just so that you guys know. Obviously, we're going to get into a single player straight away, and we will check out this new starting scenario, the Century of Blood. The Valyrian Freehold has collapsed, a doom has befallen the peninsula. That means Valyria is now gone, and the Freehold destroyed. It is said that the fire and smoke were so hot that even the dragons have been consumed. The destruction of Valyria has strongly reduced the number of dragonlords left in the known world. House Targaryen has already relocated to Dragonstone. Some other dragonlords, those who had not been in Valyria when the doom occurred, have survived as well. The destruction of Valyria has left a power vacuum in Essos. Orion, the dragonlord who had been visiting Qohor, has proclaimed himself the first emperor of Valyria and raised forces from the Qohoric. Volantis, the mightiest of the 9 free cities in the first colonies, has laid claim to Valyria's empire. Meanwhile, there are numerous of Dothraki riding out of the east. So, with this new submod here, we have some very important starting characters that are listed here. So Emperor Orion we've already heard about, and Triarch Marcello, the Triarch of Volantis, Volantis now known as New Valyria. We also have Aena the Exile of House Targaryen. His daughter Daenerys the Dreamer made them move to Dragonstone. You also have Khal Mengu, who first united the Dothraki, and they're now riding west to destroy the High Kings of the Sanor and, well, the Tommen realms. This is going to be really interesting to check out. And last but not least, we have the character that was not really mentioned here in this text, Tommen Lannister, the Lion King of the Rock, and that's actually the character that I want to play. So, yeah, as I said, known as the Lion King and King of the Rock, he has assembled his great fleet, the Golden Fleet, and intends to sail to Valyria with the intention of plundering the wealth and sorcery he is sure still remains there after the doom. Is this a quest from which he will return? Well, we shall find out about that. So we'll go ahead and start the game here. Now, as for my rules, I'm actually going to load in my my rules here. They're pretty much normal for the most part, although I have, actually, you know what, I think it's easier to check this out here. I have the White Walkers on harder, I have battlefield occurrences on more frequent, application is on, we have direct action for assassinations, but you can probably just, you know, go through this. I have a separate video where I introduce my game rules, and I think for the most part they should be correct. So yeah, in any case, we'll go ahead and start the game. As I said, this is going to be somewhat of a bonus campaign, so it might be a shorter one. We'll have to see. It really depends on how it plans out. Also, one other thing I quickly want to mention, I finally got a new computer, and I'm really pumped to play with it. Unfortunately, there was something wrong with it, so I had to send it back. So we'll come, you know, we'll probably arrive here in a few more days, and then I can finally start producing videos with the new computer, which will highly increase the quality of them. So I'm really pumped for that. But you still have to wait just a tiny bit before we can experience that. Still, though, we'll just close this here real quick. The Century of Blood, I think this is what we've already read. Yes, so there will surely be struggle and chaos, but I'm not too concerned about this, because we are the mighty Lion King of the Rock. Now, we do border the huge realm of the Storm Kings. Arlen III of House Durrandon is ruling over the Trident as well. For those of you who don't know, there was, I don't know which kings actually ruled the Trident, but they were overthrown by, in part, the Blackwoods, I believe. So that's why we see the Durrandons married to, well, to the Blackwoods here. So we have Arlen III, and I think his son is married to another Blackwood as well. So yeah, there you go. That's really cool. Other than that, we have the Gardener Kings, the Green Kings of the Reach here, Garland the Sixth. We also have the Princes of Dawn with Prince Peros right now. Not to forget the errands of the Vale, Artus II ruling the Eyrie. We have House Hor from Orkmont ruling over the Ironborn. Corvin the Cunning, he might be able to take the Trident from the Stormlands, we shall see. And then we have the Winter Kings of House Stark, King Brendan the Bad ruling the North. So, you know, there they are with their ancestral Valyrian Steel Sword Ice, but they're not the only ones with a Valyrian Steel Sword. We have one as well, the mighty Bright Roar of House Lannister. Now, it's said that it's lost with Tommen II and the Doom of Valyria, but that might not be true. We get the chance to change things, so we shall see how things turn out. We have our wife, Leah. She is pretty skilled steward. She's a lustful wench as well. She's temperate, so that's all nice. We also have some predetermined stats, I think. There's not too much known about King Tommen II, but I think you know, most of this is expressed quite well with these traits. So we're a proud man, we're very ambitious and brave, also a bit wroth and trusting, apparently. We're a great negotiator, poor fighter. So I think what we will do is we'll probably go ahead and improve our combat ability. I think that makes sense for an ambitious man. Yeah, I think we will do that. We have our Valyrian Steel Sword, so it's kind of weird that we are such a poor fighter. As for our focus, now I'm thinking that we should probably go with hunting. I think we want to go ahead. We're going to go on our great quest to Valyria, and we're going to hunt the treasures. So, you know, not necessarily hunting animals, but maybe dragons, if there are any left in Valyria, who knows. So I think we're going to go for hunting for now. We also have most points in martials. I think this fits quite well. Okay, we have an enormous flagship, +1, and we own a Valyrian steel weapon. Interesting, we have a flagship. Huh, alright, well I guess that makes sense, because the Golden Fleet is obviously ready to sail to Old Valyria. Well, and we're going to pass by New Valyria on our way. Other than that, we obviously have our son, Prince Martin of the Rock, and we're going to give him the struggle focus, because that's the most reliable. That's the one that's most likely to result in good traits. Okay, now let's check out our council before we go ahead, because we must make sure that everything is in order before we leave for Valyria. Our Hand of the King is currently Ilyn Payne. He seems pretty decent. 13 stewardship, 9 in that. Let me see if there's someone better. Just see if there's someone better. Yes, actually, there's Lorien Brax of the Hornvale. Well, he's not really much better. You know what? Overall, I think you are a pretty good hand. Yep, Lord Ilyn of the Gold Road. As Master of Laws, we have Reynard Westerling of the Crag. Let me see what we have. Yeah, he's pretty much the best we've got. Alright, that's pretty good. I want you to oversee the realm. Awesome. And you are doing statecraft, that's fine. As Master of Arms, we've got Lord Melvin Sarsfield. He is currently organizing an army. Let's see, is there anyone better than that? Not really. Alright, that's fine. As Master of Coin, we've got Lord Leo of Silverhill of House Serret. A cruel man, but that's fine. We'll have him administer holdings. You know what? Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. We have Master Whisperers, Lyle Craighall, a strong man, as most of the Craighalls are. And yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. We'll have him there. Our Maester, who has actually just arrived at our court, Maester Lauren, the cruel man. But that's okay by me. I want you to serve the court. There you go. And then our Septon Selmond Sarsfield. Okay, another Sarsfield, but that's a different house, Sarsfield. That's okay though, an honorable man. So yeah, that's fine. We'll have him hunt subservice. That's okay. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, I didn't I didn't start a series and didn't really play much of the Game of Thrones mod after Monarchs and Mystics. So I'm really interested to see what they have done with the societies. We have the Cult of the Stranger, that is probably like the devil worshippers, and then we've got the Alchemist Guild, which reminds me of the Hermetic Society. We're not going to join any of these societies for now, but we might do afterwards. All right. Other than that, we set up our son. I think we must. Set a crown focus. Well, we only own Castle Rock, so, you know, that's pretty easy choice right there. We do have our large gold mine, though, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so we should be making tons of money. Our money's actually looking pretty good. Our prestige is terrible for some reason, but that's okay. We could hold a tourney. I think we might do that once we come back. And we do need a designated region, so let's go ahead and set that up. Anyone who likes us a lot. I like people who like us a lot. Well, you're not really good. A mass of laws. Well, what about... He's pretty good. Or, you know what, I think I'll actually go for Lord Damien II, the Red Lion of Castamere. Yeah, he's a master ships, but I think he's quite capable. He's rough, he's authoritative, a bit stubborn as well, but I think yeah, he would do a great job as our designated region right there. And we will also I think High Almoner is going to go to my wife, if I can find her, Leah. I always like to give that to women. As for the King's Justice, there is luckily a just man at court. He's also brave. Yep, he's definitely going to be a King's Justice. Paramount Knight, someone with a lot of martial. Either you, Lord of Sarsfield, Master at Arms, or Lord of the Hornvale. I actually think I'm going to give that title to you, because you don't have any other titles. A bit of a selfish man, but proud and hardworking. So, yeah, I think you deserve that. Lord Brax, a cupbearer. I like someone with a lot of Master of Whisperers. Turk of Ashmark. I'll actually give that to my kin, Lord Lance of Lannisport. Yep. As for Master of Hunt, don't know, I'd like to give that to Hunters, but we might not have any. Alright, I'll probably leave that open for now. And, yeah, Master of Horse. Okay, I guess I'll leave that open for now. That's fine. We will auto-assign commanders. And that's pretty good for now. Alright, I think we're pretty much set up at this moment. So, things are good. These are... Okay, so yeah, luckily these extra intrigue options are gone now that I deleted that file. Because I actually... Oh, one thing, I probably didn't mention that, but I actually had a different checksum. I will leave a comment in the comment section explaining exactly what I did if you have the same problem. But yeah, let's... I think we are ready to go forward. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking long enough, so might as well move on forward. Maybe that's a bit fast. Let's go a bit slower. The Dothraki. Yes. You created the title, very nice. The many Carls of the Great Grass Sea have been rallied under the same banner. The leader that managed to unite them all is Carl Mengo. The people of the Grasslands now call their leader Great Carl, and have set their minds not only on ruling the Dothraki Sea, but to spread throughout the world under the leadership of the Stallion, who will mount the world. Is there anyone who can stop the thundering armies of thousands of hooves? Something has to be done to stop them. Well, I think the narrow sea will stop them. Horses cannot swim, so I'm not too concerned about the horse lords in the east. But yeah, I think they're immediately starting attacking King Kadar of Sarnor. That's not the High King, though. So, yeah, this is obviously one of the new people that you see, because the tall men don't actually exist in the usual start dates anymore, because they have been smashed by the Dothraki. But then we have the High King, and interestingly about him is that he has tributaries. He's not directly ruling over them, but he has tributaries. That's really making this interesting. I like that. So I might try this out as well. We've got Asaria, which is, I think, the... a free city, one of the free cities that got wiped out by the Dothraki, so that's interesting as well. And yeah, then we've got New Valyria. We might also want to, I'm not sure where Orion, the emperor is, the self-proclaimed emperor is, but yeah, maybe that doesn't really interest us too much. I think it's fine. For now, we will just go forward and see how things turn out. All hail His Grace Tommen of the House Lannister, second of his name, King of the Rock and the Westerlands, Lord of Castle Rock, Shield of Lannisport, and Protector of the Realm. Of course, all hail the King of the Rock. And we can appoint a new Sword and Shield. Let's go ahead and do that immediately. Our King's Justice. Yep, I think that's fine. He's not particularly great. Not particularly great fighter, but that's okay. Anyways, here we have our starting event that will start the event chain that is unique to our character. The map to Valyria. An old, haggard man has arrived in Castle Rock, claiming to have escaped the doom of Valyria, and is brought before your court. The old man gives a smile the seven would be afraid of. Your Grace, it has come to my attention that you are looking for a way to claim the riches of Valyria. As it happens, I have a map in my possession that may help you with your ambition. The old man tells you he's certain about the safest route to the city. He points to it on the map and appears convinced. No doubt the journey there will be long, arduous, and very dangerous, but purchasing this map and following it could yield great rewards. Well, you know what? We are a brave man, not easily feared, and we're also very ambitious. So this is, of course, something that we want to do. We will prepare our host and purchase the map for 100 gold. That's a hefty sum. But, you know, if there lies some great treasures at the end of our journey, then that might very well be worth it. Alright, so whilst preparing for the journey, your Septon suggests you should take someone with you on this journey. Your Grace, I have assembled a group of people who are at the top of their respective fields and would be suitable to accompany you on your quest. Now, a great warrior is good. Soldier named Fashbin, for a personal guard, but I think we're quite proud of our own fighting capabilities. Our dual skill is not too bad, 6. So, you know, despite just being a poor fighter, I mean, we obviously want to increase it, but I think we're fine. I think a Sailor Navigator would be really good. Comely Healer, I don't think we need that. A Healer, meh. Well, or the Old Man. I think either the Sailor and Navigator or the Old Man. But to be honest, what does the Old Man... I mean, he had the map, so I kind of would like to take him with me, but then again, like, what does he know? Is he expert in anything? I don't think so. I think the Sailor and Navigator is going to be the most useful. So we're going to go ahead and pick Timos, which also seems like a Western name. So let's go ahead and... Is that him? That's Thomas B. Castaigne, so never mind. Let me check out my court then. Then, where is he? There is Timos. Yes, he is homosexual and strong, but he's an important character nonetheless. Okay. He's a Westerman. Alright, so yeah, that makes sense. Okay. He's a bit lazy. I don't like that. But we shall see. Alright, so whilst holding court in Castle Rock, a wise-looking man is brought before you. He claims to be famed writer by the name of Thomas B. Castaigne, and is on the way to the Citadel, and is seeking shelter for the night on this day, which happens to be his name day. Please stay, we shall have a feast to celebrate. You may shelter here, but stay out of the way. Well, I don't see that we're a particularly charitable man, so you know what, I think we will let him stay here, but we need to make our great preparations for our great journey across the Narrow Sea and the Summer Sea. So I think you gotta stay out of the way, dude. I mean, he's a great guy. He's quick. He's a poet. He's probably some kind of special character, but I think we'll actually pass up on that. So yeah, I'm sorry, but he immediately died. All right, well, there you go. That is fine. We don't need him. We actually don't have much money right now, which is kind of sad. Why don't we have no money? I don't know. Okay, but that's fine. The peasants of Castle Rock are quite far apart and spread out. Your master whispers. Lyle Craycall suggests investing in a provincial messenger system so that they can communicate with their kin more easily. That means we get supply limit and prosperity. You know what? I think that is an excellent idea indeed. Sure, we shall do that. That costs a little bit of money, but that's fine. A ship will be required to travel across the leagues of sea to our destination and through the dangers that will no doubt arise. Therefore, it is time to go down to the docks to choose a vessel, a small transport ship, a sturdy cargo ship. No. Have my flagship, the Rock, prepared and provisioned. That's going to cost a lot of money, but you know what? That's just going to be the way things are. Yes, because we are a proud man. We are the proud Lion King of the Rock, and we're of course going to use our flagship for this. Now, we're quite heavily in debt already, so I think what we're going to go ahead and do is take a loan from the Iron Bank. A 200 loan? Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So we'll go ahead and take that loan. We will, of course, repay it, because every Lannister pays his debts, but we will have to take that for now. Alright, so that's really nice. I hope that obviously we're going to come back with tons of riches from our expedition, so, you know, we should be able to repay this. The ship is docked, fully loaded and crewed, ready to depart on our quest. Time is alongside you on the bridge as you give the command to cast off. You make a joke about naval life. Okay, interesting. Well, we shall see how this all goes. We're now on a quest overseas, and Lord Damien II of Castamere has taken over as our regent. I'm sure he'll do fine. I hope, at least. I'm putting my faith into House Castamere, House Reign of Castamere, of course. But I would suggest that they do not abuse their office right now. If they do, then we might need that poet after all. He might have to write a new song. But yeah, we shall see about that. I'm not really too concerned with the rest of Westeros right now, because we have got actually quite a few men that we can raise, and we just don't really have a whole lot of money. That could be problematic. Your Grace, my scheming in Castle Rock has borne fruit. I have discovered a plot where Damien Rain seeks to kill Sir Damien Tarbeck. Oh, really? Now, the Rains and Tarbecks are supposed to be close friends. So I wonder why that is. Are you the second in... No, not really sure. That is interesting news. The plot is revealed. Now, one thing I will definitely do right now, since I'm away, I will make sure that we are going to have the auto-stop plots enabled. So there we go. Alright. Yes, there's more special titles I can give out. A Sword and Shield. I will make you my Sword and Shield. Yeah, sure, why not? And I might... You know what? I will probably make you my Master of Hunt for this journey. Because as I said, we're hunting treasures, so I feel like you should have that. I hope you're not abusing this, as I said. And, yeah, Prestige's not looking good. Alright, after many weeks sailing the seas, you are growing bored. Perhaps something can be done with timers to pass time. Okay, and we're apparently reading books. Alright, well, I have a selection of books stowed on the ship to read. The Lusty Tyrosian Maid, Regain Fertility, that seems to be like some kind of a hot book. Naval Signals and Etiquette, I don't think so, because that's why I hired him. He's supposed to do that. Valyrian for Dummies, sounds like maybe that might be something for me. Or Review the Rock's Accountants for the last year. I could see that happening. But I think... Well, we're not going to do this. I don't think this, because that would only make sense if we're lustful. Valyrian for Dummies. I would go for it, but why does it call, you know, for dummies? I think we're too proud to read such a book. Maybe that's stupid. But I think, you know what, we'll simply review the Rock's Accountants for the last year. But then again, we're a negotiator, but we're not really a great steward. Well. You know what? Okay, I think we're gonna go with Valyrian for Dummies. I think we'll read that, and we'll see how that turns out. But I think that's better than reviewing it. No, I don't think we'll do that. We're on a great adventure, so we're not gonna think about home or how, you know, about accounting or anything. I don't think that really makes much sense. We have our Master of Coin for that, and our Regent Hand of the King, who are supposed to do that in our stead. And slavery has been legalized in Kowa. That's fine. Not really of my concern, to be quite honest. I'd rather want to arrive here in Valyria. It's going to be great. Okay. Should I make these guys an important character? Maybe. What is my Massive Coin doing? I don't know. The stopover. After many weeks sailing, we have finally crossed the summer sea and have arrived in port at Volantis to take on supplies. This is when you tell the men you intend to sail into the smoking sea in search of old Valyria, as the old man's map instructs to do. Many balk at this and desert, but others, including the trusty Timos, remain loyal. More worthy men willing to take the risk can be hired anyway. To pass the time whilst the ship is resupplied, you and Timos visit a local tavern. The atmosphere is raucous and friendly, but a group of hardened-looking sailors, clearly oblivious of your rank and status, take a disliking to Timos. They are throwing insults at him and slighting his honor. This is intolerable. Let's take this outside. Ha, I think they are right, my dear Timos. So we can make him unhappy. He's a bit slothful. He's gay. Not sure if we know about him being gay, but I think that this is intolerable. because yeah, they clearly don't know who they're talking to. They're talking to the Lion King, well, and his servants. And if they are mocking my servants, I feel like we're rough men. You know what? We have a hot temper. We're gonna take this outside. Okay, so outside the tavern, you and Timers have a fierce fist fight with the drunken sailors. You are outnumbered, but you and Timers manage to break a few teeth and spill some blood before you are in turn beaten. It is 82% of gaining prestige, 14% of gaining the trait wounded, 2% of losing our sword and dying. Hopefully that's not going to happen. So bring it on. Bring it on. And apparently we only gained prestige there. Very nice. Okay, so the ship has set sail again, bound for the smoking sea. This sea was created from the scattered or shattered remains of Valyria after the doom, and is now filled with volcanoes and smoking stacks of rock. The men are apprehensive. Some say it boils in places and is haunted by demons. These myths are no danger. Set course, because we're brave men. We want the Golden Fleet to make their way to the smoking sea. The sea was calm and no dangers had been encountered, lulling us all into a false sense of safety. The calm was broken when a huge kraken attacked the ship. It was thought they were just a myth, but this monstrous giant squid is very real. It is wrapping its tentacles around the ship, furiously trying to pull ship and crew to the bottom of the sea. Well, there's a 91% chance it is slain, and 8% it devours our longships. Well, we have, well, of course, gonna go to arms. And, oh no, the Kraken pulled many of the men into the sea to their deaths, but our attacks managed to free the ship from its grasp and scare it off. Ah, that's unfortunately. So, well, 5% chance we will be maimed, 85% chance of no effect, 10% chance of wounded. Okay, and severely wounded. Okay, nothing of that happened. Great. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. 91% chance that nothing happened, and it still destroyed some of our longship. But that's okay. Our great flagship, the Rock, has managed to stay clear. So we'll see what happens now. The ship has navigated the smoking sea intact, with not too many losses, and finally makes land on the broken Valyrian mainland. The land starts with sheer cliffs many hundred of feet high, with seemingly no visible way to reach the plateau above. These cliffs were no doubt formed when the peninsula was wrought asunder. Interesting. Well, I think we must scale directly up no matter the danger. 45% scaling safely, time is intervening, and 10% calamity befalling you. It may take longer, but we must go the safe way. Nope, I think we're brave men, we're gonna scale up directly. There we go. And we shall see what happens next. The cliffs have been safely scaled. There were some moments where you almost slipped, but your grip held firm. Now you have reached the mainland of the Freehold, which seems scarred and ruined by the recent catastrophe, and now must trek to Valyria itself. Alright, well, of course, nothing can stop the Lion King from climbing the rock, but I think we have come very far, and at this point I will probably end this first series. It has gone, I think we've made a good headway. I wonder if we're on this side or if we're here. I guess we're probably here, right on the province of Valyria. So this is where we're going to stop off. We're probably somewhere here, I imagine. But I will end this episode here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I'm really pumped to get CK2 back on the menu, and I'm obviously also really pumped for this new mod. So anyways, I hope you have enjoyed as much as I did, and I hope to see you guys next time.